today. From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game, so he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 83 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hodges. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. The Steelers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Second and 9 now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Little. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's short, and he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. He finds his man, complete. It's Little. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
23 yards on the play.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And the offense humming on the 1st drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game and leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, he shifts past him. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. Harris running straight ahead. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's short. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunter.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the 1st. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
David Ajabo running in to take him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They go play action now. Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. To throw again is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. Over the middle complete. It's Hodges. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start with a little East versus West in the AFC, and it's the LA Chargers heading east to take on Buffalo. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Underneath, pulled in by Tomlinson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Harris has it over the middle. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a toss play. It's Harris.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They run again with Harris. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He completes it to Hunter.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Jackson now. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunter.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a toss here, short side. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll just get rid of it. Now the Ravens bring out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Finding space at the 40.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 6. Underneath, pulled in by Tomlinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Steelers are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
Touchdown!
George Pickens.
26 yards.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holloway.
Finding room at midfield.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense set to regain possession.
This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
Really?
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Little.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This is Harris on the draw. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark. A little late with a throw.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And now here come the Ravens.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Holloway. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hunter. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control. And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play. The offense has had its moments, too. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. On the give, this is Harris.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 69 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check, check.
They'll run with Harris, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.